What's up everyone, I'm Diavlin D'Souza and today we're going to talk about something really interesting. Something that got me to where I am today. My photography, my videography, my film making, everything. So this was my very first camera. Okay guys, so just bear with me for a few minutes. I just need to get my cycle repaired and then I'll talk to you about my very first camera. What say? Can you wait? Just wait. Come on. My very first camera was a Sony camera. It was a Sony point and shoot camera where you like slip the cover down of the camera and you can take pictures. Yeah, so that was my very first camera which I had. Okay guys, so you all have waited a long time to see my very first camera. Well, this is it. It's a Sony DCS T99, my very first camera. And to power on the camera, the simplest thing is and power the camera on. So that's how cool this camera was that time for me, you know. It had like tons of features packed into it. It had the smile shutter, face detection, and the best part in this camera is completely automatic. So when I started my photography, I never knew anything in photography. So this is what started it for me. It had only 3 modes on this camera. So the first mode was photography, videography, and something was called sweep panorama. I was damn curious about what is sweep panorama until I realized nothing but hold the camera like this way, take a picture and drag it around like this way. That was what's called sweep panorama. And the other interesting part of this camera was it was like loaded with tons of features that helped me get started. And being completely automatic, camera had a ISO range of around 100 all the way up to 3200 ISO. And it was really fun when I started using this camera. And the best part is it has a flash inbuilt. Check the flash out. And if you see here clearly, it shows that it's a 25mm wide angle lens. So yeah, that's how I got into landscape photography as well, because this was my camera which I had and I could do landscape photography with. And it used to come out really, really good. I think I should have some shots from this. I think it should be on my archive. I'll need to check and I'll see if I do have it, I'll drop it in the video so that you can check out the shots from this camera. Okay, so it had face detection, focus modes, white balance, it had creative styles, scene select, intelligent, auto. Yep, so that's all this camera had. And coming to the spec-wise of this camera, so when I bought this camera, it was somewhere around $250 I paid for this camera. And it was really interesting. And this camera weighs only 121 grams. Okay, and it had a sensor type was a Super CCD sensor, manufactured by Sony. As I said before, the megapixels was 14.1 megapixel sensor format so it could only take pictures in JPEG format. It had an image resolution of 432 into 3240 at 14 megapixels. Could shoot videos up at 1280 into 720 at 30 frames and 640 into 480 and again at 30 frames. The video recording format was the MP4 format. It had a focal length of 25 into 100 mm focal length. It had aperture range of f3.5 to f6.3 at the wider side, and a telephoto it started from f4.6. So this was my very first video camera that got me into photography, videography, and whatever I am today. It was because of the DCS T99, and that's the only reason why I really love Sony, because the transitions from each camera were really, really helpful and damn smooth it was. Since I already knew the architecture of each camera, the transitions in these cameras were really, really smooth. And I'll see you again next Friday. Until then, stay creative. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. I'll see you again in the next video.